everyone, my name is Judy Gregorio Manlanot, a BS Bio 1B student, and I am the third reporter of the group. Our topic is the fish's vertebrate success in water. The part of my topic is nervous and sensory functions and also electroreceptions and electric fishes. So let's discuss about nervous and sensory functions. So the central nervous system of fishes, as in other vertebrates, consists of a brain and a spinal cord. Sensory receptors are widely distributed over the body. So when we say sensory receptors, you might be asking what is a sensory receptor or what is sensory receptors. So sensory receptors are specialized cells that detects movements in its surroundings or environment. It could be external or internal, and it is converted into electrical signals that for the nervous system of the fish to interpret. Or sabihin natin, ang sensory receptors, ito yung ginagamit ng mga isda para malaman kung ano yung nasa kanilang paligid. In addition to general distributed receptors for touch and temperatures. So, meron ding ang mga isda, they use sensory receptors for to feel their surroundings or environment and to also for touch. So, fishes possesses specialized receptors for olfaction, vision, hearing, equilibrium, and balance. So, and for detecting water movements. So, ginagamit ng mga isda ang sensory receptors nila not only to see their surroundings but also for hearing, for hearing, equilibrium, and balance. This is an example of where a fish's sensory receptors are located. So as you can see, the vision, smell, hearing and balance, muscle sense, water vibration and taste are located. And if you noticed that fishes also use their fins for taste. Openings called external nerves in the snouts of fishes lead to olfactory receptors. So what is olfactory receptors? So the olfactory receptors, it is a specialized proteins responsible for a fish's sense of smell. In most fishes, receptors are in blind-ending olfactory sacs. In a few fishes, the external nerves open to nasal passages that lead to the mouth cavity. Research has revealed that some fishes rely heavily on their sense of smell. For example, salmon or salmonidae and lampreys return to its spawn in streams in which they hatch years earlier. So, ang example ng isda na nagre-relay talaga sa kanyang olfactory receptors is ang salmon. Usually, ang salmon, they are born in fresh water. Then, when they mature, they swim onto salt water. Then, when mating season begins, they will travel back to the fresh water para mangitlog. At para malaman nila kung saan sila pinanganak, they rely on their sense of smell. So, you might be wondering why salmons can go back to its spawn. It is by imprinting the unique scent of their birth stream as a young fish, then using that imprinted scent memory to guide their return journey. So it means as a young fish, they already know the unique scent of where they are born. So pag nag-mature na sila, alam na nila kung saan sila babalik. So, these are the example of how a olfactory receptors or sense of smell are located and how it works. So we have here an example A, the interior nostril and posterior nostril. So these are the two types of fish's nostril. Then we have example B, the interior nostril, posterior nostril, water current, olfactory lamella, and olfactory rosette. So it is a process kung paano nakakasense ng smell yung isda sa ilalim ng tubig. So the water current will enter the anterior nostril, tapos the scent will be didiretso siya sa olfactory lamella and out the posterior nostril. So itong olfactory lamella yung sasalo ng mga unique smell. So the fish can determine what the kind of smell. So we have example C, the olfactory epithelium. We have olfactory receptor neuron, olfactory nerve, olfactory bulb, the mitral cell, and glomerulus. So ito yung mga parts ng olfactory receptors ng isang isda. So let's proceed to electroreceptions and electric fishes. So all organisms produce weak electrical fields from the activities of nerves and muscles. This means all living organisms, the electric receptions are the ones responsible for making your blood flow and your organs working. So electroreceptions is the detection of electrical fields in the fish or another organisms in the environment generates. So at the end of this, I will give an example of how electroreceptions work. So these fishes use their electroreceptive sense for detecting prey and for orienting toward or away from objects in the environment. So the electroreceptions or electroreceptive sense are like a fish superpower. So it helps them map their environment and also find their prey. Here is an example of how electroreceptions work. So as we can see in the picture, the electric organ is located just near the tail of a fish, and it sends signal all across its body to its surroundings. So it can map its surroundings, it can detect objects, it can detect prey. Now let's proceed to electric fishes. So the electrical field of a fish detects the presence of prey and other objects in the fish's murky environment. So the fish, all fishes can create electrical fields around them to map their surroundings, so they can detect prey or other objects in their dark environment. Currents circulate from electrical organs to the fish's tail to electroreceptors near its head. So I already had an example for that. Just like I said earlier in the example, the electrical organ or the electric organ of a fish is located near its tail. So an object in this electrical field changes the pattern of stimulation of electroreceptors. The electric fish, Gymnarchus niloticus. So that's all my report for this video. I hope you learned nothing. Thank you.